Going to go across to Tobago. We do have a package to share with you first. We're going to speak about the tourism in Tobago, actually, and we're speaking about the Safe Travels stamp, the Tourism Council, and the COVID plan for that. But let's take a look at this package first.
One of my favorite memories Hello, I'm Terry, and this is so fresh and beautiful and serene and magical.
Staring up at the stars.
Go snorkeling at beautiful coral reefs.
It's something new.
I definitely need to go back again.
The Agile Falls, this is a very special and magical place.
By the wonderful lush green landscape and those secluded beaches.
Incredibly special for my son and unforgettable for me.
From the minute that I stepped into the rainforest, I felt as if I was transported to another world.
The perfect place to be.
And the people were wonderful, were so warm and welcoming. It was the most unforgettable experience, and I'd go back in an instant.
I'd be dreaming of Tobago too, you know, just looking at those wonderful sights there. So joining us this morning is Mr. Louis Lewis, CEO of the Tobago Tourism Agency Limited. And good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning and welcome to the show once more. We've chatted before, it's not your first time here. So Tobago was recently awarded the Safe Travels stamp. Tell us what this means for the island.
Well, it's the first time that the world has had a safe travel. And it was developed by the World Tourism Organization in collaboration with the World Tourism and Travel Council. And it's really a stamp of endorsement that a destination has agreed to adhere to health and safety standards. And it gives the potential visitor the assurance that health and safety are a priority. So Tobago is one of 3 countries in the Caribbean who have had who has received this accreditation. Accompanying Jamaica and Aruba, and it's something that we think, you know, is very important for us as we try to move visitors across to Tobago.
Right, definitely. And you know, what is the purpose of this initiative, and how does it benefit Tobago?
Well, it will benefit us tremendously because coming out of the pandemic, the health and safety issues will become, or should I say, are the top priority of potential visitors. And people will be looking for places where they could take a vacation and return, of course, to their homes in safety. There was a time when discounts and deals and incentives would have been paramount. But in today's world, people are looking to ensure that there is safety in taking a vacation. And this stamp will actually have us stand out as one of the vacation options that people are looking for. So we intend to promote it as widely as possible. We are inviting our partners to sign up for the accreditation, and it will be featured, the stamp of safety will be featured on their web platforms and also their social media platforms to indicate to potential visitors that, you know, we are safe. We can assure you that, you know, you will be able to have a vacation and return without any concern or incidents.
Now, when it comes to the safety of the traveler who would visit Tobago, that is one thing, but on the other side there would be the safety of the population in Tobago itself. I understand that the Tobago Tourism Agency Limited has created the Tourism Industry Health and Safety Manual for post-COVID. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, what we did is that as soon as the country was locked down, we took a very studied approach to prepare for the re-entry into the market. And we knew that health and safety protocols would have been paramount, you know, to get visitors to move. And what we did, we worked very closely with the Division of Health in Tobago, as well as the Ministry of Health, you know, from Trinidad. And we looked at what were the standards that were being put in place to ensure that there was safety in the accommodation and in the tourism industry. We also wanted to get a stamp of approval that had international recognition, because we are promoting Tobago in the domestic market in Trinidad, but we also will be promoting in the region and as well internationally. And we wanted to find a stamp of approval that would have given us that endorsement to show that we were taking all the health and safety protocols to ensure that we remain competitive in the international market. So we put together a manual in collaboration with the stakeholders and also paying very close attention to what the world leaders were saying were the requirements for health and safety standards. And we put this manual together. We will be inviting our local stakeholders to sign up to it. And of course, moving with integrity, we will have the assurance that we are safe and we'll be pushing this out, in the marketplace to show that we are competitive and we are taking all the steps that are required. And of course, the success of that is predicated on the very cautious and scientific steps that have been taken from the national perspective to ensure that we were able to control the virus in our context. And therefore, it adds legs and credibility to this award as well.
Well, speaking of the award and the credibility of it, is there a marketing plan around the Safe Travels stamp?
Well, definitely. It is happening at several levels. On the first level, it's going throughout our social media platforms. We will be pushing it out to the trade. We have also engaged with our travel partners, both in the domestic market and internationally. Because this is the first time that this award has been established, we have to educate the trade on it. But what we are noticing is that a number of countries are actually applying for it, so it's gaining international recognition. And the announcement that we made through our media channels has actually been picked up by a number of key and important travel operators. So people like Travel Weekly, Orbitz, have actually picked it up and reported that Tobago is one of those safe destinations. So it has given us a publicity that we probably could not have paid for because we were first movers in that move. So we are now being seen in a number of places that we otherwise would not have been noticed.
Now, in this time of COVID, heavy emphasis has been placed on the domestic tourism market, so tourism between Trinidad and Tobago. What is there, and what are your plans, your marketing plans to really strike that market, to really tap into that market and encourage more domestic tourism?
Well, it's a continuation of an initiative where we started with a campaign called Dreaming of Tobago. And what we did was to invite a number of people who had previously had experiences in Tobago to send us their videos and give us snippets of what their experiences were. We threaded into a collage of images and video material. And we've been showcasing those on all our platforms, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter as well. And we are now moving the campaign to the next level, which is welcoming you to return to Tobago. And what we've been able to do over the past 2 years is gather a lot of information on who is looking at Tobago and how do we get into their visual streams. So we are reaching out and submitting material to people who are looking for the soft adventure to rest and relax on the beaches, to take in some of our cuisine and culture. And we are presenting those options for them. We are also working very closely with Caribbean Airlines through their marketing channels as well to reach out to people who are looking for an option that solves all the concerns about a visit to Tobago. So they're going to be selling packages that include a place of stay, things to do, and how you get to Tobago as well. So we've solved all the challenges. That is another initiative that is ongoing. And also what we'll be doing is through a number of our channels, showcasing some of those interesting beyond ordinary experiences that one can have. So it's not just about coming to Tobago and chilling on the beach or chilling out at a property. It's about seeing what the island is about, enjoying the cuisine, looking at how our unique dishes, can be replicated, learning to play a pan. It might not be, it is something interesting for a number of people. And moving around the island, getting the history and making it an interesting experience that is in sync with our tagline, which is Tobago Beyond Ordinary.
All right, Louis Lewis, I want to thank you so much for your time this morning. And, all the best moving forward. And I hope to come across to Tobago very soon. And all the best.